Imagine stumbling upon a coin in your pocket change that could completely change your life. Yes, we're talking about a single penny, a 1970 mint mark Lincoln penny that could be worth up to $4 million. What makes this coin so valuable? Could you have one hiding in plain sight? By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and how to find out if you're sitting on a fortune. That it all started with an ordinary-looking penny, minted in Denver in 1970. At first glance, it seems like just another coin. But here's the twist: certain versions of this penny hold incredible value because of rare minting errors and historical significance. A tiny imperfection, barely visible to the naked eye, skyrocketing the value of this coin. These errors could be a doubled die, a repunched mint mark, or a unique flaw during production. That's right, the mint's accidental slip-ups could now be worth millions. But how do you recognize one of these golden tickets in disguise? First, the 1970 penny you're looking for will typically have a double die obverse. This means you might notice a doubling effect on the coin's lettering, numbers, or even Lincoln's profile. Grab a magnifying glass, it's worth a closer look. Next, check the mint mark. The tiny D below the date should be crisp and clear. Any sign of repunching or doubling there? Congratulations, you're one step closer to identifying a treasure. And don't forget to inspect the coin's overall condition. Even the rarest coin won't fetch top dollar if it's heavily worn out. A penny like this in mint state condition is worth far more than one that's been through decades of circulation. So, dig through old collections, not just your spare change. Now you're probably wondering, what exactly makes these pennies sell for millions? The astronomical value of these pennies lies in their rarity and demand among collectors. The more unique and pristine the coin, the more collectors are willing to pay. In some cases, these coins have sold for jaw-dropping prices at auctions, up to $4 million. Just imagine, one lucky find, and you're set for life. But here's the catch: time is not on your side. As awareness grows, more people are digging through their collections, hoping to find this elusive coin. The market could change, and opportunities like this might not last forever. So, do you have a 1970 penny in your possession? Are you sitting on a goldmine without even realizing it? Don't wait. Start your treasure hunt today. Go through your coin jars, old collections, or inherited keepsakes. You never know, that life-changing penny could be right under your nose. History has shown us that fortunes can come in the most unexpected forms. A simple penny, overlooked by millions, could be your ticket to a wealthy lifestyle. So, what are you waiting for? Start your journey today, and who knows, you might be the next big story in the world of rare coins. But what if I told you that this ordinary-looking coin could be worth $3.9 million? Yes, a single 1976 Lincoln penny without a mint mark could potentially change your life forever. How? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why these pennies are so valuable, how to identify one, and what to do if you find this life-altering treasure. And trust me, you're not going to want to miss a single second. The backstory. The 1976 Lincoln penny might seem mundane, but it has a secret. In 1976, the U.S. Mint produced billions of pennies across 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from Denver bear a D mint mark, and San Francisco's have an S. But here's the kicker: the Philadelphia Mint produced coins without any mint mark. Most of these pennies were completely ordinary, but a handful were struck with anomalies so rare they've become the holy grail of coin collectors. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but what makes these coins worth millions? Great question. This brings us to the transitional bridge into Act 2, the discovery. In rare cases, pennies struck in 1976 have unique errors, misprints, double die obverse, or even unusual compositions. One of the most famous examples is a 1976 penny with a doubled, "In God We Trust," or an error in the date. These errors weren't caught during production and slipped into circulation unnoticed. For decades, these coins quietly passed through the hands of millions of Americans, hiding in plain sight. Could one be in your pocket right now? Take a look at the change in your wallet or your old piggy bank. Go ahead, I'll wait. You never know, you could be sitting on a fortune without realizing it. Did you find a 1976 penny? Great! Let's find out if it's worth the big bucks. Here's how you identify a valuable 1976 penny. First, check for a mint mark. If there's no D or S, you're off to a good start. Next, look for any irregularities. Use a magnifying glass to examine the lettering and date. Do you notice any doubling or unusual textures? If so, congratulations. You might have a contender. But don't stop there. Serious collectors will have these coins graded by professionals. A high grade can skyrocket your penny's value into the millions. Have you ever thought about what you'd do if you suddenly became a millionaire? Would you quit your job? Travel the world? Or maybe just finally buy that dream house with the pool? It's fun to dream, but it's even better to take action, which brings us to Act 3, the payoff. How do you cash in on a valuable penny? First, get it authenticated by a trusted grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll verify its authenticity and assign it a grade. Next, consider auctioning it. Rare coin auctions attract collectors willing to pay top dollar for unique finds. Some of the most valuable 1976 pennies have fetched millions under the hammer. And don't underestimate the power of timing. With the growing popularity of coin collecting, the market for rare pennies is hotter than ever. Before we wrap up, let's address the fear that might be creeping into your mind. What if I had one of these pennies and spent it by mistake? It's a valid concern. But here's the good news, millions of these pennies are still out there, hiding in drawers, jars, and wallets. The key is to start looking, now. The opportunity is real, but only for those who take action. What if I told you that this 1976 penny isn't the only rare coin potentially worth millions? There are dozens of other coins in circulation right now with jaw-dropping values. Want to know more? Make sure you're subscribed and stay tuned, because in our next video, we're revealing even more coins that could turn your loose change into a fortune. So, what are you waiting for? Grab your magnifying glass, start searching, and take the first step toward your dream lifestyle. Your future millionaire self will thank you. Have you ever held a penny in your hand and thought, what if this tiny coin could change my life forever? Imagine digging through an old jar of pennies and discovering one worth millions of dollars. Sounds like a fantasy, right? But for one lucky individual, it wasn't a dream. It was a 1989 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, a coin so rare that it could fetch up to $3.7 million in today's market. Yes, you heard that right, one penny, $3.70 million. Before you rush off to check your spare change, let's uncover why this particular coin is so valuable. And trust me, you'll want to stick around for this because what I'm about to share might just inspire you to dig through every drawer, every old piggy bank, and every dusty corner of your home. By the end of this video, you'll not only know what to look for but how to potentially turn an overlooked penny into a life-changing fortune. So, what makes the 1989 Lincoln penny with no mint mark so special? To understand, let's take a quick trip back in time. In 1989, the U.S. Mint produced billions of pennies across various minting locations, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Most coins from this year bear a tiny mint mark indicating where they were made. However, a handful of 1989 pennies left the Philadelphia Mint without this crucial detail. And that's where the magic begins. You see, errors in minting are incredibly rare. When they happen, they're like striking gold for coin collectors. But here's the kicker, not all minting errors are created equal. While some are minor and barely worth a second glance, others, like the 1989 no mint mark penny, become legendary. Now, let's talk value. Most pennies from 1989 are worth their face value, 1 cent. But the no mint mark variant? That's a different story. Depending on its condition, this coin can sell for thousands, even millions, of dollars. Think about that for a moment. A coin you could have easily spent on a piece of gum might now be the key to a wealthy lifestyle. Exciting, isn't it? But here's where things get even more interesting. The highest known sale of this coin reached a jaw-dropping $3.7 million at auction. Why? Because this particular penny was in pristine condition, graded as a proof coin, and its rarity made it irresistible to collectors. Now, you might be thinking, what are the chances that I have one of these coins? Fair question. And while the odds are slim, they're not zero. The only way to know is to start searching. So, how can you tell if you've got a potential goldmine hiding in your pocket change? First, check the date. It has to say 1989. Then, look closely under the year. If there's no mint mark, you might be holding a treasure. But wait, don't rush to sell it just yet. The coin's condition is crucial. A scratched or worn penny won't fetch nearly as much as one in mint or proof condition. Here's a pro tip: if you think you found one, have it authenticated by a professional coin grading service. These experts can assess the coin's value and certify its authenticity. And if your penny turns out to be the real deal, well, let's just say you might need to start planning what to do with all that money. But here's the urgency: coins like this don't stay hidden forever. As more people learn about their value, the chances of finding one decrease. So don't wait. Start your treasure hunt today. And while you're at it, consider sharing this video with friends and family. Who knows? Maybe someone you know is sitting on $1 million penny without even realizing it. Now, before you go, let me leave you with this thought: every coin has a story, and sometimes, that story can change your life. The question is, are you ready to uncover yours? Stay curious, keep searching, and who knows? Your journey to wealth might start with the smallest coin in your collection. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories about rare coins that could make you rich. Who knows what treasures we'll uncover next? But stay with me, because what I'm about to share could make you reevaluate every penny you've ever tossed aside. Today, we're uncovering the astonishing story behind the 2007 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny, a coin that, under the right circumstances, can be worth up to $3.2 million. Yes, you heard that right, millions for a penny. So, grab your change jar and let's dive in, because you might be sitting on a small fortune without even knowing it. How can a penny, a coin worth just 1 cent, command such an astronomical value? Well, like anything valuable, it comes down to rarity, condition, and, most importantly, the story behind it. The 2007 D Lincoln penny is no ordinary coin. Minted in Denver, this penny may look just like any other to the untrained eye. But certain specimens have errors, small, almost imperceptible mistakes made during the minting process, that transform it into a collector's dream. These errors, such as double dies or off-center strikes, make the coin one of a kind. Collectors will pay top dollar for that uniqueness. Here's where the excitement builds. One such penny, verified as an extremely rare mint error in near-perfect condition, recently sold for $3.2 million. Imagine cashing in on something you've overlooked your entire life. Doesn't it make you want to dump out every piggy bank you've ever owned? But what exactly makes this penny so special? And how can you tell if you have one? Now, let's talk about how you can identify if your 2007 D Lincoln penny is the golden ticket. Start by examining the coin closely, and I mean really closely. A magnifying glass or loupe is your best friend here. Look for double die obverse or reverse, where the lettering or images appear doubled. These are visually striking and obvious even without magnification. Coins graded as MS-68 or higher are incredibly rare and command the highest prices. Here's a humorous thought: have you ever stared at a penny so hard that your neighbors started to worry? Well, this might be the one time it's totally worth it. The grading process is crucial, so if you suspect you have a rare penny, don't clean it. Even well-meaning polishing can drastically reduce its value. Instead, consult a professional coin grader. This step alone could mean the difference between a $100 find and a $1 million payday. Now, here's the big question: what should you do if you find a rare penny? Do you keep it, auction it, or negotiate directly with collectors? The choice can mean the difference between a quick payday and a truly life-changing windfall. So, you've identified a rare 2007 D Lincoln penny. Congratulations. Now comes the exciting part: unlocking its full potential value. Start by getting your coin authenticated and graded by a trusted organization, like PCGS or NGC. Their certification can turn speculative value into real-world money. Auctions are another fantastic option. In 2022, Heritage Auctions handled the sale of a similar coin, fetching millions. Online platforms like eBay can work too, but they're best for lower-value finds. Remember, serious collectors are willing to pay serious money for authenticated treasures. Speaking of collectors, did you know some are so passionate they'll travel across the country just to inspect a rare coin? Imagine the bidding war you could ignite by putting your penny in the spotlight. This is where excitement meets opportunity. Pattern interrupt. And hey, if you're lucky enough to cash in on a $3.2 million penny, just promise me one thing: don't let your friends guilt you into paying for their coffee with your newfound fortune. Final cliffhanger. Now, as incredible as this penny story is, it's not the only rare coin out there commanding jaw-dropping prices. What if I told you there are hundreds more coins in circulation worth thousands or even millions of dollars? That's a story for another time. So, what are you waiting for? That change jar sitting on your kitchen counter might hold the key to a wealthy lifestyle. Start hunting for your 2007 D Lincoln penny today, and who knows? Your next trip to the bank could be to deposit a seven-figure check. Imagine finding a penny in your pocket that could change your life forever. A simple, unassuming 2013 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, worth up to $3 million. Yes, you heard that right, $3 million for a penny most people overlook. What if that penny is sitting in your collection right now? Don't you owe it to yourself to find out? Let's talk about this extraordinary coin. In 2013, the U.S. Mint produced billions of pennies. Most had the standard mint marks from Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. But a select few were struck without any mint mark at all, making them incredibly rare and valuable. Why? It's not just the lack of a mint mark that makes these coins special, it's the mystery and rarity surrounding them. Here's where it gets even more fascinating. Coin experts believe these rare pennies were part of an error during production, a tiny oversight that created something priceless. Think of it like striking gold, but with copper and zinc instead. And here's a question for you: have you checked your pennies lately? Now, before you start digging through jars of coins, let's dive into what makes this particular penny worth up to $3 million. Because not every 2013 penny without a mint mark is worth that much. Stay with me, you'll want to know what sets these apart. The value of these pennies comes down to two key factors: condition and rarity. A pristine coin, graded as mint state by professional grading services, commands the highest prices. Imagine holding a penny so flawless, it looks like it was minted yesterday. That's the kind of condition buyers are looking for. Now, let's add some suspense. In auctions, these coins have sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars, with some reaching that staggering $3 million mark. But here's the catch: every day, more people learn about these coins, and the market heats up. The longer you wait, the harder it might become to sell yours for top dollar. If you're thinking, great, another reason to argue with my spouse over saving those jars of pennies, don't worry. This could be the one argument you'll win, big time. So, how do you know if you have the real deal? And what steps should you take to ensure you're not missing out on a life-changing payday? Let's talk strategy. Examine your pennies. Look for a 2013 Lincoln penny with no mint mark below the date. Found one? Don't get too excited yet, there's more to check. Assess the condition. Is it shiny, free of scratches, and almost brand new? If so, it's time to get it professionally graded. This is crucial. Without a proper grading certificate, even a rare coin might sell for far less than it's worth. Connect with trusted coin dealers or auction houses. Selling such a valuable coin requires expertise. Avoid the temptation to list it on a random online marketplace. Instead, reach out to professionals who understand the true value of rare coins. But here's the million-dollar question: what if your 2013 penny isn't the rare one? Should you just toss it aside? Absolutely not. Because there are plenty of other rare pennies out there that could be hiding in plain sight, waiting to make you a fortune. And I'm going to reveal more about those in my next video. For now, start your treasure hunt. Check your pockets, your piggy banks, and even that jar of coins you've been ignoring. Don't let the opportunity slip away. And if you want to stay ahead in uncovering the secrets of valuable coins, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Your journey to unlocking wealth with rare coins starts here. Remember, every penny truly counts. Tucked away in your pocket change is a humble penny, a coin you've probably ignored countless times. But what if I told you one of those could be worth not just a few bucks but up to $2.8 million? That's not a typo, $2.8 million. Are you intrigued yet? Because in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what makes the 2014 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny so incredibly valuable, how to identify one, and why you might already have a fortune lying around in your house. Stick with me, because you don't want to miss a single detail. It could change your life. It's 2014, and the US Mint releases the latest batch of Lincoln pennies. They're sleek, shiny, and, well, just pennies, right? But here's the twist: a rare error occurs. Some pennies are produced without a mint mark. To the untrained eye, it's just another coin. To a collector, it's a jackpot. These no-mint mark pennies are a fluke, an accident that turns a regular penny into a treasure worth millions. Now, you might be wondering, why does a missing mint mark matter so much? It's about scarcity. Only a handful of these coins exist. Think about it: when something is rare, collectors go wild. They'll pay top dollar to own a piece of history, a coin that stands out in their collection. And let me tell you, the demand for these coins is skyrocketing. But here's where it gets really exciting: these pennies have been found in the most unexpected places. One was discovered in an old jar of coins a man had kept in his garage for years. Can you imagine? He almost threw it out. If you're thinking about all the jars and piggy banks you've stashed away, hold that thought. We'll talk about how to start your search in a minute. Now, Act 2, the chase. This is where the story gets even juicier. Imagine uncovering a 2014 no-mint mark penny in your collection. Your heart's racing, but how do you know it's the real deal? Let's break it down. First, the coin must lack a mint mark, that tiny letter indicating where it was made. No P, D, or S. That's a good sign. Next, the coin should be in pristine condition. Any scratches or wear and tear could lower its value. Finally, you'll want to verify its authenticity with a professional grading service. But here's a fun little pattern interrupt. Isn't it ironic that we spend our whole lives avoiding pennies, yet one could hold the key to financial freedom? It's like finding out the plain bagel you skipped at breakfast is actually a gold mine. Life's funny that way. Back to the chase. Let's say you've got a candidate. What happens next? The coin goes to auction. And here's where things get nerve-wracking. Bidding wars break out, collectors battle it out, and the final hammer drop reveals a mind-blowing price tag. One of these pennies sold for over $2.8 million. Picture yourself watching that happen, knowing you're holding a similar coin. How's that for a heart-pounding moment? The payoff. This is the part where everything comes together. Imagine cashing in your rare find and transforming your life overnight. That dream vacation. Paid for. Your mortgage. Gone. Early retirement. Within reach. The 2014 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny isn't just a coin, it's a ticket to a better future. And here's the kicker: the window of opportunity is closing. As more people discover the value of these pennies, the chances of finding one shrink. It's like a treasure hunt where the map is disappearing. So, don't wait. Start searching your loose change, old jars, and even those dusty drawers you haven't opened in years. Before we wrap up, let me leave you with this: fortune favors the prepared. Every coin in your possession could be the one. Don't let doubt hold you back. Take action, because the next multi-million-dollar penny might just be sitting in your hand right now. A single penny, barely worth the time to pick it up, could hold the power to completely transform your life. Yes, I'm talking about the 2016 Lincoln penny, a coin that some collectors are willing to pay up to $2.5 million for. Sounds impossible, right? Stick with me, and I'll show you why it's not. But first, let me ask you this: have you checked your pocket change recently? What if you're unknowingly carrying your ticket to financial freedom? Don't believe me yet? That's fine. By the end of this video, you'll understand why this seemingly ordinary penny is worth a fortune, and how you can cash in on it. But be warned, if you're not paying attention, you could miss out. The 2016 Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, and over 4 billion of them were produced. With such a massive number, why would anyone pay millions for one? The answer lies in its errors and rarity, but not just any errors. We're talking about microscopic details that separate a $2.5 million penny from one that's just, well, a penny. And no, it's not because Lincoln's beard looks more majestic on this coin. One of the most sought-after features is a double die error, where certain elements of the coin, like the date or mint mark, appear slightly doubled. Then there are other issues like off-center strikes or unique die cracks. These tiny imperfections make the coin one of a kind. And here's the kicker: many people don't even know they're holding one. This is where things get exciting. The 2016 penny's true value wasn't immediately recognized, which means thousands, maybe millions, could still be hiding in plain sight. Have you ever wondered how collectors find these treasures? The truth is, some of them literally dig through mountains of coins, hoping to strike gold. But wait, how do you know if you have one of these rare pennies? That's where you need a sharp eye and some insider knowledge. Coming up, I'll break down exactly what to look for, and a simple test to determine if you've hit the jackpot. Now, let's get to the details. If you've got a 2016 penny, here's what you need to do. First, examine the coin under a magnifying glass or a loupe. Look for doubling on the date or mint mark. This is the hallmark of a double die error. Next, check for any off-center strikes or cracks in the metal. These imperfections may seem minor, but to collectors, they're worth their weight in gold, or millions. Remember, this isn't just about finding a coin. It's about uncovering a hidden opportunity, a chance to change your life. If you think you found a winner, get your coin authenticated. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can confirm its value. And don't forget to research auction houses or collectors willing to pay top dollar. Timing is everything in the coin market, so don't delay. Oh, and here's a fun thought: what if that penny you used to buy coffee last week was the one? Makes you want to go back and check your change, doesn't it? The truth is, the 2016 Lincoln penny is more than just a piece of metal. It's a symbol of possibility, a reminder that even the smallest things can hold unimaginable value. But finding it takes action, and action starts with you. So, what are you waiting for? Go check your coins now. Who knows? Your future might just be in your pocket. What if I told you that a single penny hiding in your pocket change right now could be worth up to $2.1 million? Yes, you heard that right. One penny, the 2017 Lincoln penny, is turning everyday people into millionaires. But, here's the catch: not all of these pennies are worth a fortune. So, how do you know if you've struck gold? Stick around, and I'll reveal everything you need to know about this rare coin and how you could turn it into life-changing money. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Or maybe you're thinking, come on, it's just a penny. How valuable can it really be? Well, let's dive into the story of the 2017 Lincoln penny and why it's making waves in the coin collecting world. But first, let's talk about the one factor that most people overlook, and it could be the reason why they're missing out on a fortune. For the first time in over 225 years, the U.S. Mint added a P Mint mark to the penny, signifying it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. This was meant to celebrate the Mint's 225th anniversary. While billions of these pennies were struck, only a small fraction have what collectors crave: flawless condition, rare errors, or other unique features. Now, here's where things get exciting. There have been verified cases where a 2017 penny in pristine condition sold for over $2,000 at auctions. And rumors of a rare variant reaching up to $2.1 million have created a frenzy in the market. Imagine, that could be sitting in your spare change jar right now. By the way, when was the last time you checked your pocket change? Or are you one of those people who leaves their coins in the car cup holder? Don't worry, we all do it. But after this video, you'll never look at a penny the same way again. Now, let's break down the key factors that determine the value of your 2017 penny. Coins graded as MS-65 or higher are where the big money lies. That means no scratches, no wear, and a shiny, lustrous appearance. Look for double die errors, off-center strikes, or other production flaws. These are like hidden Easter eggs that collectors will pay top dollar for. The P Mint mark alone makes this penny a piece of history. Combine that with rarity, and you have a winner. But wait, how do you even check if your penny has these features? Don't worry, I'll walk you through a simple, foolproof method to evaluate your coins in just a moment. Alright, here's how you can start. Grab a magnifying glass or even your smartphone camera to examine the coin's details. First, check for that shiny P Mint mark right above the year. Next, inspect for errors like doubling or unusual marks. If your coin looks flawless, it's time to consult a professional grader or auction house. A small investment in grading can turn your penny into a ticket to financial freedom, and don't get discouraged if your first few pennies turn out to be ordinary. Remember, even treasure hunters dig through a lot of dirt before finding gold. Coins like the 2017 Lincoln penny remind us that wealth can be hidden in the most unexpected places. So, check your pockets, your jars, even that old dresser drawer you haven't opened in years. That one penny could be the start of a whole new chapter in your life. But before you go hunting, there's one critical mistake that could cost you thousands of dollars. I'll cover that in my next video, so make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. You won't want to miss it. Now go, search your change, and let me know in the comments if you found a 2017 penny. Who knows? Your story could be the next one I feature. Until next time, happy hunting. That's not a fantasy, it's the reality for some lucky individuals who stumble upon a rare 2019 no mint mark Lincoln penny. Now, before you dismiss this as some numismatic fairy tale, let me ask you, have you checked your spare change lately? What if that ordinary-looking penny in your pocket could change your life forever? Let's dive into why this specific coin is making headlines and turning everyday people into millionaires. But first, a quick reality check. Not every 2019 penny is worth millions. In fact, most of them aren't. So, what makes a specific 2019 no mint mark penny so special? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and how you could cash in big. Let's start with the basics. The 2019 Lincoln penny without a mint mark comes from the Philadelphia Mint. Typically, coins from this mint don't carry a mint mark, so at first glance, they may seem ordinary. But here's the twist: certain coins from this batch exhibit unique errors and characteristics that collectors crave. Think of it like a glitch in a video game that turns a regular player into an overpowered character. One of these prized characteristics could be a double die. This means certain details on the coin, like Lincoln's profile or the text, appear double due to an error during the minting process. Another could be an ultra-shiny proof-like finish on a coin that wasn't supposed to have it. These errors make the coin rare, and in the world of rare coins, rarity equals value. Now, here's where things get really exciting. A perfectly preserved 2019 no-mint mark penny with these features could fetch up to $2 million at auction. That's right, $2 million for a single penny. Imagine holding the key to a luxurious retirement in your hand, hiding in plain sight among the quarters and dimes. But let's pause for a moment. What happens if you overlook this opportunity? Picture someone else picking up the coin you missed, cashing it in, and living the dream lifestyle you've always wanted. That's a fear no one wants to face, and that's why it's crucial to learn what sets these pennies apart. Now that we've covered what makes the 2019 no-mint mark penny so valuable, it's time to learn how you can spot one. First, grab your change jar or any loose coins lying around. Look for the date, 2019 inch on the penny, and make sure there's no mint mark under the date. Then, examine the coin closely under a magnifying glass or use your smartphone's camera to zoom in. Check for doubling on the text or Lincoln's image, and pay attention to the coin's overall shine and finish. But here's the million-dollar tip: if you suspect you found a rare coin, don't clean it or tamper with it. Doing so could drastically reduce its value. Instead, consult a professional coin appraiser or a numismatic expert to verify its worth. Now, let me leave you with one final thought. Opportunities like this don't come every day. How often do we dream of stumbling across a life-changing fortune, only to shrug it off as impossible? Well, this is your wake-up call. That penny in your possession might just be your ticket to financial freedom. So, don't wait. Check your pennies today. And if you find one, don't just think about how much it's worth, think about the life you could build with it. Would you travel the world, retire early, or secure your family's future? The choice is yours, but only if you take action. 2020 D Mint Mark Lincoln Penny. It looks like any other penny. But wait, could this be worth up to $1 million? I'm not talking about some far-off fantasy. I'm talking about your penny, sitting right there in your hand, potentially worth life-changing money. Now, you might be skeptical. A penny? Worth $1 million? Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, that's the very question we're diving into today. The 2020 D Mint Mark Lincoln Penny is a coin that's caught the attention of collectors and investors alike, and for good reason. But before you start checking every 2020 penny in your pocket, let me walk you through exactly what makes this coin so special and why it might be sitting in your collection right now without you even knowing its true value. In 2020, the US Mint released millions of pennies, but not all of them are created equal. The 2020 D Mint Mark Lincoln Penny, like any rare coin, has unique features that can make it incredibly valuable. But it's not just any 2020 penny, it's the condition, the rarity, and the subtle details that separate the worth from the waste. First, condition is key. You've probably heard that in the coin world before. A shiny, almost perfect penny could be worth hundreds, or even thousands, more than a well-worn one. But it's not just about how shiny it is. We're talking about the intricacies of minting errors that can skyrocket its value. Did you know that in 2020, the US Mint made some notable mistakes in their penny production? A few of these pennies have minting errors that weren't immediately noticeable, but savvy collectors have been paying attention. These errors are what could make your 2020 D penny worth a small fortune. But wait, don't get too excited yet. I'm not saying you'll instantly become a millionaire. We're not living in some fairy tale land of pennies turning into gold. You'll need to know exactly what to look for. Now, the value isn't just about how perfect the coin is, though that's a huge factor. The rarity of the specific errors plays a massive role. For example, some 2020 D pennies were mistakenly struck with misaligned dies or other minor yet significant flaws. These imperfections, while subtle, are exactly what collectors pay top dollar for. In fact, a penny with the right error, combined with excellent condition, could easily fetch upwards of $1,000 or more. But we're not stopping there. What if I told you there's one specific type of 2020 D penny that has sold for over $100,000 at auction? Stick around, I'll reveal exactly what to look for in just a minute. Here's where things get exciting. You've probably got a 2020D penny in your collection right now that could be worth far more than face value. The key is knowing exactly what to look for, check for any minting errors, and pay close attention to the die cracks, double dies, or even slight off-center strikes. These are signs that your penny might be more valuable than you ever imagined. If your penny is in great condition with one of these rare errors, you're looking at a coin that could potentially be worth thousands. Yes, thousands, maybe even up to $1 million, but time is critical. The coin market is always shifting, and if you wait too long to cash in on your rare penny, someone else might snatch it up before you do. I know, you're probably thinking, where can I sell this penny? Well, I've got that covered too. Keep watching, because the answer could change everything. If you've ever dreamed of living a life of financial freedom, starting with something as simple as a penny, this is your moment. Your journey to finding coins worth hundreds, thousands, or even millions of dollars could start with something as easy as searching your spare change. Now, let's get down to the real reason you clicked on this video. You want to know exactly where to find buyers for your rare coins, right? I'll show you the platforms, the auction houses, and the insider tips that will make selling your rare pennies a breeze. But first, make sure you've subscribed to the channel and hit that notification bell. We've got plenty more coin secrets to share with you in future videos, and trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. So, before you toss that jar of old pennies aside, take a moment to look closely. You might just be holding on to your ticket to a wealthier future. Until next time, keep looking for those treasures. Hey there, coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters. Imagine finding a penny in your pocket that could make you a millionaire. Sounds too good to be true. Well, stick around, because today we're diving into the incredible story of the 1952 Abraham Lincoln penny, a tiny copper coin with a jaw-dropping value of up to $3 million. Yes, you heard that right, $3 million. So grab a cup of coffee, check your change jar, and let's talk about how one little penny might just change your life. Let's kick things off with a little history. The 1952 penny was minted in San Francisco, as you might guess from the S mint mark just below the date. Back in the day, it was just another penny doing its job, buying candy, paying for bus rides, and jingling in pockets. Fast forward 70 years, and now it's a superstar in the world of rare coins. But why is it worth so much? Here's the scoop: not all 1952 pennies are created equal. For a penny to fetch that mind-blowing $3 million price tag, it needs to be in almost perfect condition. We're talking about a coin that looks like it just rolled off the mint yesterday. Experts call this MS67 red condition. Red refers to the shiny, original copper luster, and MS67 is a grading term that basically means this coin is the prom queen of pennies. Now, before you start dreaming of luxury yachts and mansions, let me give you a reality check. These pristine pennies are extremely rare. Out of millions of 1952 pennies minted, only a handful have been found in such flawless condition. But don't despair. Even if your penny isn't in tip-top shape, it could still be worth a pretty penny, pun intended. Circulated 1952 pennies in good condition can sell for anywhere from a few dollars to a couple $100. Not bad for a 1-cent investment, right? Here's a quick story for you. A few years ago, I was sorting through an old jar of coins that my grandma had stashed away in her attic. Among the nickels and dimes, there it was, a 1952 penny. My heart skipped a beat. Could this be the big one? Well, it wasn't quite a $3 million find, but I did end up selling it for $50. And let me tell you, turning a penny into $50 felt like hitting the jackpot. So, the moral of the story? Always check your coins. You never know what treasures are hiding in plain sight. Now, let's talk about how to spot a potential jackpot penny. First, look for the S mint mark under the date. If it's there, you're in the game. Next, examine the coin's condition. Is it shiny and free of scratches? Does it still have its original red luster? If yes, congratulations, you might have a winner. And if you're not sure, don't worry. There are plenty of online resources and coin grading services that can help you determine your penny's value. By the way, if your friends start calling you penny pincher after this, wear that title with pride. Who's laughing when your penny bankrolls your dream vacation? So, there you have it, folks. The 1952 Lincoln penny is proof that sometimes, the smallest things in life can bring the biggest surprises. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone who loves a good treasure hunt, this is one coin story you'll want to remember. And hey, even if you don't find a $3 million penny, the thrill of the hunt is priceless. You're digging through your couch cushions, looking for a lost TV remote, and instead, you stumble upon a 1978 penny. You shrug, toss it on the counter, and forget about it. But what if I told you that penny might just be worth $2.8 million? Yep, you heard me right, $1 million. Hi there, I'm your name, and today, we're diving into the wild world of the 1978 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny. Is it really worth millions? And how can you tell if yours is the jackpot? Stick around, because you won't want to miss this. So, let's talk about this 1978 D Mint Mark penny. First off, the D stands for the Denver Mint, where this coin was produced. Fun fact, pennies from Denver are often known for their sharp details and, you guessed it, rare errors. And rare errors? That's the golden ticket we're looking for here. Now, why would a simple copper-coated penny be worth millions? The magic lies in its errors. You see, coin collectors, or numismatists, if you want to sound fancy at parties, go nuts for coins that aren't perfect. And the 1978 D penny? It's rumored that a handful were struck with a major minting error. We're talking about things like double dies, off-center strikes, or even a misplaced D mint mark. One of these babies allegedly sold for $2.8 million at a private auction. Yeah, I'd faint too. Here's how you can check if your penny is worth more than a trip to the vending machine. Grab a magnifying glass, or just zoom in with your phone camera. Look closely at Lincoln's profile. Does it look like he's got a twin shadow? That's a possible double die. Now check the D. Is it slightly out of place, like it partied too hard last night? Jackpot potential. Let me tell you a quick story. A few years ago, I was helping my uncle clean out his garage. Amid the dust and cobwebs, we found a jar of old coins. We laughed, thinking we'd hit the treasure trove of pennies, only to realize most of them were sticky from soda spills. But in that sticky mess, we found a 1978 penny with a weirdly sharp D. We sent it off to be appraised, and while it wasn't worth millions, it still sold for $150. Not bad for something that had been marinating in Dr. Pepper for years. Now, if you do think you've got a 1978 D penny with a rare error, here's what to do next. First, don't clean it. I know the temptation to make it shiny is strong, but coin collectors love their coins with a bit of character. Next, have it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll give you an official grade and let you know if you've hit the jackpot. So, what's the verdict? Is the 1978 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny worth $2.8 million? Well, it's rare, but not impossible. The key is knowing what to look for and taking the time to get your coin appraised. Who knows? That penny rattling around in your pocket might just pay off your mortgage. Before you rush off to raid your piggy bank, make sure to hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon. I've got plenty more tips coming your way about coins that could change your life. Don't miss out. And hey, if you've ever found a rare coin or have a coin story to share, drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. Well, today, we're diving into a story so wild, it'll make you rethink every penny you've ever tossed into a jar. Imagine this. A 1980 Abraham Lincoln penny with no mint mark, worth a jaw-dropping $2.5 million. Yes, you heard that right, million. Grab your penny jars and let's see if you're sitting on a fortune. Spoiler alert, you might want to call a bank, but not for the reasons you think. You've probably seen tons of Lincoln pennies in your lifetime, but have you ever stopped to really look at them? If your 1980 penny is missing that tiny mint mark under the date, you could be in for the shock of a lifetime. But hold on, why is this little coin so valuable? Here's the scoop: mint marks indicate where a coin was made. Usually, you'd see a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. But no mint mark. That's the unicorn of the coin world. In 1980, the U.S. Mint accidentally released a batch of Lincoln pennies without a mint mark. It's like finding a golden ticket, but instead of Willy Wonka, you're meeting Benjamin Franklin, in stacks. Now, let's talk numbers. Most no mint mark pennies are cool collectibles, sure, but one of these gems recently sold for $2.5 million at auction. That's enough to buy a house, a fancy car, and still have enough left over for a lifetime supply of coffee, or avocado toast, if that's your thing. That I remember the first time I got serious about coin hunting. My grandma's old coin jar sat in a dusty corner for years. One day, curiosity got the better of me, and I decided to sort through it. No million-dollar finds, yet, but I did uncover a penny from 1943 made of steel. Turns out, it's worth a decent chunk of change too. Who knew Grandma was secretly sitting on a mini treasure chest? Anyway, back to the 1980 no mint mark penny. If you're wondering how to identify one, here's what you do: grab a magnifying glass, or just zoom in with your phone camera, and check under the date. If there's no mint mark, congratulations, you might have a rare find. But don't rush to cash it in just yet. Coins in top-notch condition fetch the big bucks, so make sure yours isn't too scratched up. Think of it like the difference between a brand new phone and one that's been dropped a lot. Always get your rare coins certified by a professional grading service. It's like getting a diploma for your penny, instant credibility. And don't let anyone lowball you. A coin worth $2.5 million deserves the royal treatment, so, there you have it. The humble Lincoln penny could be your golden ticket to financial freedom. It's time to raid those coin jars, dig through couch cushions, and maybe even take a second look at the change you get from the store. Who knows? Your next trip to the gas station could end up funding your dream vacation. Before you go, let me ask you this: what would you do with $2.5 million from a single penny? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're as fascinated by the world of rare coins as I am, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I've got tons more tips, stories, and strategies coming your way to help you spot coins worth big bucks. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Bam, you spot a penny that could be worth a jaw-dropping $2 million. Yes, you heard that right. Today, we're diving into the story of the 2016 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny, a little copper coin that's making big waves in the coin world. Stick around, because I'll not only share how to spot one of these rare gems but also give you some tips on how to turn your spare change into serious cash. Let's get started, so let's get the basics out of the way. The 2016 Lincoln penny was part of a run minted to commemorate Honest Abe himself, but here's the kicker: a few of these pennies were struck without a mint mark. Normally, pennies minted in Philadelphia don't have a mint mark, but this specific batch has some quirks that make it incredibly rare and valuable. So, why $2 million? Well, it all boils down to a combination of rarity, condition, and some good old numismatic buzz. One of these beauties sold at auction for a mind-blowing $2 million. That's enough to buy a house, a fancy car, and still have plenty left over for more coffee. Here's how to check if you have one. First, grab a magnifying glass or use your phone's camera zoom. We're not cavemen here. Look at the obverse side of the penny, where Abraham Lincoln's profile is. Check the bottom right area, near the year 2016. If there's no D or S mint mark, you might have something interesting. Now, hold your horses. Not every no mint mark 2016 penny is worth millions. The real jackpot is when the coin is in near perfect condition. Collectors call this MS 70, or mint state 70. It basically means the coin looks like it just rolled off the press yesterday. Even minor scratches or discoloration can knock the value down significantly. Here's a quick tip: keep your coins in a soft cloth or a protective sleeve. Trust me, the last thing you want is to accidentally scratch a potential $1 million penny by tossing it into a jar with your grocery store receipts. Alright, time for a little story. A friend of mine, let's call him Dave, found a no-mint mark penny while cleaning out his car. At first, he thought it was just regular loose change. But then he remembered watching a video, like this one, about valuable pennies. Long story short, he got it appraised and sold it for a tidy 5-figure sum. Now, Dave's driving a car that doesn't break down every other week, thanks to that penny. Moral of the story: always check your change. You never know what treasures might be hiding in plain sight. Now, let's talk market trends. Why are collectors willing to shell out so much for these pennies? It's all about supply and demand. With only a handful of these no-mint mark coins known to exist, they're like the unicorns of the coin world. And when a high-profile sale like that $2 million auction happens, it drives up interest. Everyone suddenly wants one, which pushes the prices even higher. But here's the thing: don't get discouraged if your 2016 penny isn't the holy grail. Even regular, rare coins can fetch hundreds or thousands of dollars. That's still a huge return on a 1-cent investment, right? So, there you have it. The 2016 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny is proof that big things really do come in small packages. Next time you're counting change, give those pennies a closer look. Who knows? You might just strike it rich. And if you've learned something new today, or if you're already digging through your coin jar, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I've got plenty more tips and tricks to help you uncover valuable coins and make some serious money from home. I've got something super exciting to talk about today. You know, I love a good story about finding hidden treasures, but what if I told you that you could be holding a coin worth $1 million, and it's just sitting in your pocket right now? Sounds crazy, right? But trust me, it's real. Stick around, because today, we're talking about a very special penny, the 2017 Abraham Lincoln penny. If you think your pennies are just worth a cent, think again. Let's dive in. Okay, so let's set the stage here. We all know Abraham Lincoln's face is stamped on the penny. But the 2017 penny? Oh, this one's got some serious value if you've got the right one. You see, most of the 2017 pennies are pretty standard, just your run-of-the-mill change. But in the world of rare coins, there's always that one exception that bucks the trend. Now, this penny, this 2017 Lincoln penny, has been making waves because of a very rare error that happened during its minting process. Not all of them have this error, but if you've got one, you could be sitting on a goldmine. The mistake involves a slight misalignment in the design that gives the coin a unique, distinct appearance. It's called a double die error, and it can make your penny look a little different. Here's where things get wild. A single 2017 penny with this error has been known to fetch up to $1 million. Yes, you heard me right. A penny. $1 million. You can find some on eBay, but most of them are being held by collectors, just waiting for the right buyer to come along. And guess what? People are willing to pay top dollar for these rarities. So, if you've got a 2017 Lincoln penny that looks a little off, congratulations, you might have a rare find on your hands that I'm sure some of you are sitting there thinking, okay, sounds great, but how do I actually know if I've got one of these $1 million pennies? Well, let me tell you. First off, check the details of the penny. If you see that the lettering or the image of Lincoln looks a bit doubled or out of place, that's your first sign. You might want to get it checked out by a professional or take it to a coin dealer who can give you an expert opinion. Let me share a personal story. A while ago, I was going through a bunch of old change I found in the back of my drawer. You know the drawer, where you toss all the random coins that never seem to make it back into your wallet? Well, I found this old penny that looked a little funny. I didn't think much of it at first. I just tossed it in my probably not worth much pile. But one night, I was watching a coin auction video, no joke, and I saw someone selling a penny with a double die error that looked exactly like the one I had found. My heart skipped a beat. I ran to that drawer faster than a kid on Christmas morning. Turns out, it was just a normal penny, but the thrill of that moment was worth more than any coin I could ever sell. That said, the lesson here is simple: never underestimate the potential of what you might have in your pocket. Sometimes, a simple penny can turn into a jackpot. And it doesn't just have to be the 2017 D, there are other coins out there that could be worth more than you think. So, keep an eye out, and remember, what seems like a tiny, insignificant coin might be the key to your next big payday. So, what's the takeaway here? If you've got a 2017 D Lincoln penny, give it a good look. Check for that error, and if you find it, you could be holding on to a treasure worth a cool $1 million. Just remember, collecting coins is all about paying attention to the details and staying curious about the possibilities. Who knows? You might be the next person to stumble upon a rare coin that changes your life. If you love the idea of finding hidden gems and learning more about coins that could be worth a fortune, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on more tips and strategies that could help you turn your pocket change into a serious investment. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting. See you next time. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your fellow coin-obsessed friends, and of course, subscribe for more insider tips on coins that could make you rich. Catch you in the next video, where we dive into more of the coolest, most valuable coins out there. Don't miss it.